Hi guys, George here, and today what I'd like to discuss with you in Advanced Squad Leader Tips and Tactics is this little scenario here. So we have a Sherman with 8 armor factors for frontal armor, uh, and he's a large target, and 4 for side and rear. And he's facing an Italian artillery piece of 100 millimeter and a 20 L anti-tank rifle. And the question here is, what are the important rules to keep in mind, and uh, how can this situation play out? I guess for uh, the Italian player, because it's more challenging, I find, for the Italian player than the American player with his trusty old Sherman. Um, and we need to note the scenario date. That is probably the first and foremost uh, important factor. So this is taking place in Sicily uh, on the 11th of July, 1943. It's uh, a snippet from the Guns of Naro that appeared in ASL Journal number 2. So what are the important points to consider here? First, let's take a look at the to-hit table, ordnance to hit. Okay, and let's ask this question. Uh, in this case, each target is 3 hexes away um, from one another. But let's say the distance was greater. Uh, are we using the black to hit or the red to hit? And the answer to that question is both sides, American and Italian in this case, have to use the red to hit because it's taking place prior to 1944. Um, so let me share with you a little document that I made prior to uh, prior to setting this little thing up in um, Vassal. So as per C3.3, that's the rule quote. Consult chart A25, national capability. Since the scenario date is 11th July 1943, both sides must use the red to hit table. Okay. Now, um, we would be using the red to hit table. Let's go back to the to hit table, ordnance to hit. They're 3 hexes away. Let's say the artillery is firing at the Sherman. At 3 hexes away, even with the red, it's still 10. Okay, 10 to hit. Uh, and is there any other uh, modifier? Um, he would get a -1 to his dice roll because it's a large target. So that would make it 11 to hit. If he was a motion, if he was firing during his defensive fire phase, there would be an additional +2. But let's say this is prep fire phase, the Italian prep fire phase, and keep it simple. So just a large target, base 10 +1 would make it 11 to hit. Let's try and see what comes out of there. Oh, that's a hit. Now, a hit, but no rate. His rate is 1. Notice that this fellow's rate is 2. Now, I made one fatal flaw here, I think, because what you should do before starting the game is look at the chapter H, the notes for this artillery piece. I should have announced, maybe perhaps I should have announced that I am using heat, and I would have gotten a better chance of knocking him out. But now, since I did not declare heat, I have to go to the HE table for the to kill. And under HE to kill 100, uh, the basic to hit uh, to kill number is a 10. -8 for his armor. I need Snake Eyes to knock him out, and I did not get rate. Let's roll on the to kill table in any case. Let's see what happens. Oh, close, but no cigar. Gee willikers, eh? Wow. Now, if I had actually rolled on a heat uh, here, he would have been the turkey. He would have been a fried turkey. Oh well. Uh, okay. Now, that's more or less the ins and outs of the artillery piece. How about the ATR 20L? 3 hexes away. I imagine the two hit modifiers would be similar. However, there are two things that you need to remember when using a 20L ATR. First, his rate of fire is 2, so he might get 2 or more chances of scoring a critical hit on him. And basically, what he needs to knock, what the ATR needs to knock out the Sherman is a critical hit. The other thing that you need to keep in mind is if you roll doubles, you can get multiple hits. So let's see how that works out. Let's roll on the 2-hit table. Definitely not doubles, definitely not a multiple hit. I do hit, but now let's figure out the 2 kill. When I go to the 2 kill table, here's the 20L, and the basic 2 kill number is a 6. But what this fellow gets, that the artillery piece does not get, since it's less than 25 millimeters, is armor penetration. And at 3 hex range away, his 2 kill number now becomes a 7, base 6 plus 1 for 3 to 6 range. Still not enough to kill him. So the only way this fellow can get even a remote chance of hitting him is if he changes his covered arc during movement phase. At that point, now, as long as he has a hull hit as opposed to a turret hit, it'd be base 6 plus 1 is 7, less 4 would be a 3 to kill. And with a multiple hit or with rate, um, that ATR can be deadly, providing he's not firing the front facing of the armored fighting vehicle. Um, let's review a couple of the uh, noteworthy notes. So, noteworthy notes. All right, so C3.3, always consult the national capabilities to ensure that you are rolling on the correct colored to hit table, red or black. Number two, remember that certain weapons have higher rates than others. In this case, the ATR has a rate of fire of 2 versus the artillery gun of 1. Uh, Critical hits double the 2 kill number. And secondly, this lowly 20L ATR can also enjoy, because it's greater than 15 millimeters and less than 40 millimeters, uh, multiple hits, which allows them to roll twice on the 2 kill table against that Sherman, and that is C3.8. Rather short video, but that's all I have for today. I hope you liked it, and hit like and subscribe. Take care, everyone. George out.